We should touch Palantir. You guys, you and Bryn both own it. This week, you know, it's tried to get a little bit of a bounce. But other names like AppLovin down 20 this week %, Carvana, Constellation, Vista, Vertiv. What's your take here on the Palantirs of the world?
2 weeks ago, I think it was, maybe 3 weeks ago, I was on the show here with you, and I did say I had alerts at 90 and alerts below 80 in Palantir. I think 75 to 80 is the real great sweet spot, and I'm going to use the word love to see the selling slow here. This is really best in breed. I think this really highlights a time right now where you want to be picking, if you're going to own these volatile names, you want to own the best in the space that they're competing in.
Yes, but you want to make sure you own them at the correct price.
With that said, I mean, my goal as a manager is not to catch every turn in the market, but the names that we've owned has provided us significant outperformance over the last 2 years. So, yeah, maybe we're underperforming here in this moment in time, and I think with the market trading below a 200-day moving average and some of the uncertainties that we've all been talking about, there's time to go to the drawing board and say, is there a bigger change that we need to be ready for? And I'm not ready to say that yet, especially like a name like Palantir, again, coming into that sweet spot. It's some of the froth is really coming out, but these names are all hitting cash flow to earnings. I mean everything is cash flow multiples. These names are right in the wheelhouse of where you want to see them.
Well,
right in the wheelhouse of where you want to see them. No. I mean, they're trading. Yeah. I don't remember. This thing is trading at a significant multiple to sales.
I think it's like 70 to sales.
Yeah,
well, not necessarily Palantir. I'm just talking about the broad.
Well, we were talking about Palantir specifically.
I think with Palantir,
we're all on the same page.
I mean, we're both shareholders, right? So I think with Palantir, you have the Palantirians that have been long-term, we'll say, hodlers of the stock at 6, 7, 8, which is kudos for them because that was all retail, believing about this company. I think there are a lot of investors that bought this stock north of 81.
100%.
And that to me is where how many people are going to hold on. And so I don't have confidence of where this stops because I think so much of the investor base was momentum versus the real owners of Palantir that have been long-term believers. And so I think this is going to be a company to own long-term. I'm still personally unclear where I should step into this name because the chart still looks, the 200-day is at $51. Yep. It may not go there, but I think there's a lot of people underwater in this name.
What about? I think we got some names that you're looking at. Palantir on the list. This has been a tough one, right? I mean, this bad boy's moving all over the place.
Well, it depends on your perspective.
Yeah, I mean
versus 3 months ago, it's still up.
But I mean, just for the last couple of weeks.
Yeah,
I got out of it at 1:10. I had subscribers get out 108, 1:10. I went to 118. I felt real dumb for about 4 days, and now I was gonna. Well, we'll buy it back under 90. Now, we'll buy it back under 80.
Yeah.
But I think now, if you want to own it, probably now as you start nibbling. To your point.
Don't take a stand, but start nibbling into things gradually, and then if it goes down, you can buy some more. You buy some more of them.
Real quick.
Okay, finally, Palantir. It's in the news today. It delivered its first 2 AI-enabled Titan trucks to the U.S. Army on time, on budget, just a year after being named the prime contractor, which was an unprecedented move by the military to do that with a software company. It's down this week. We should note the stock is up 11% this year still, but Quint, you say this is still just a hold.
Yeah, thanks for giving me the hold and not the sell. I've been a believer of Karp and Crew for a long time. I've been a shareholder there and still am a shareholder there from much lower from here. But the stock has just unfortunately gotten well ahead of itself. And a lot of people think, on this initial pullback here that we've seen, oh, what a great opportunity to jump in. I think you have to be very careful. If the momentum has come out of this name for the time being, we could see a lot lower prices in this name. It's trading 68 times sales, 120 plus times forward earnings, stellar balance sheet, and $4 billion on the balance sheet in cash. But we feel like it's just gotten ahead of itself, and it's got to you got to let it digest this unbelievable move that it's seen over the last couple of years. So for us, it's a hold. I'd be hard pressed to sell after this decline, but I'm certainly not buying here. There will be a better opportunity, and Palantir is best of breed going forward. Yeah. It's going to be a standout stock for a long time, but a very tough buy at this level.
Okay, so what do you avoid? What do you avoid then, if that's the truth?
You avoid stocks that are like the FOMO stocks, the fear of missing out. A few weeks ago, that was Palantir. A few weeks ago, it was super microcomputer. And
I can hear Keith Fitzgerald's.
But those are also stocks that I would buy on these dips. I mean, it went from 125, 130, Palantir did, all the way down to $79.
Yeah, and it's come back up, right?
Yep,
I mean, it's at $84, Keith. Did you buy at the low here?
We sold before it started to go down. We took a little bit off the table, and we're busy using that money to buy back into it. So, yeah, you bet we did.
Okay.
Yep, smart move.
And what about
Elsewhere in the tech universe, Palantir marking a key milestone today, delivering the first 2 AI-enabled Titan vehicles to the U.S. Army. Now, Palantir doing this after being awarded $178 million for the program a year ago. They delivered on cost, on time. This phase of the program includes 10 vehicles across 5 delivery orders. So what is Titan? Well, you can see it right there on your screen. This is the Tactical Intelligence Targeting Access Node. It's an AI-defined and mobile intelligence ground station that integrates data. Titan is essentially an AI-enabled supercomputer on wheels that doesn't need to plug into the cloud. Palantir president for U.S. government business, Akash Jain, calling this a, quote, leapfrog moment, telling me the software-centric nature of the Army's investments signals an important shift for the military and for the defense industry writ large. Now, Palantir partnered with Anduril Industries, Northrop Grumman, L3Harris, among others, on this program. You can see the stock is popping today. It finished up 5.5%. It outperformed the broader market and most of the broader growth and momentum names. But John, case in point here, when you talk about how the military is going to be fielding new technologies and new software and doing it with an eye to costs and the defense budget more broadly, this might be an example, one of more coming of programs where new companies are doing things differently.
I know you'll keep an eye on it. Please leave a like on this video so more people will see it. And while you're down there, please consider subscribing. It's free, and you can always change your mind. Thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video.